action.
Hey guys, good evening from Tulum, Mexico. In this video, we're going to be reviewing 4 to 5 different sales calls in under 60 minutes and breaking it down for you. And if you don't know me, my name is Rome, like the city. And over the last 6 years, I've been in the high ticket sales space. I've sold millionaires over the phone, done tens of thousands of sales calls. I've managed teams under me. And part of our success, our key to success is literally this. We sit down and listen and analyze and break down sales calls for our guys and give them feedback. Because if you're making the same mistake twice on your sales calls, it probably means that you do not take the time to listen to your own call. So I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes how we do this. And hopefully by the end of this video, take some nuggets and apply it on your next sales calls and make a shit ton of money. All right, now I'll give you guys some context on these calls. Some of them will be outbound, some of them will be inbound, right? So some of them have scheduled a call with us, and some just picked up some info product, some front end offer, and now we're just calling them to see if or how we can actually help them. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, this is our first sales call.
Hello, John.
Yes.
Hey, man, it's the name of ABC Academy. How's it going?
I'm good. How you going?
Yeah, awesome, man.
This is a little sped up, by the way.
So things have been pretty busy, but like in the best way possible, you know?
Yeah.
How about you? How's your week been?
Yeah, pretty busy. I think busy. Thanksgiving was a couple days ago. That was pretty big, so I'm just still recovering from that.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, I noticed that you picked up the ebook. I wanted to personally reach out, see if I can help. You have a couple of minutes?
Yeah, what ebook, sorry?
Yeah, with Coach Bob. It's 12 Steps to E-Commerce. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Okay, cool. So you have a couple of minutes? Is now a good time?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So what I'd like to...
So 3 good things she actually did. Number 1, she piqued curiosity. She said, hey, John, almost like she wasn't really sure. And that makes your prospect curious as to, hey, who's on the other end? Who knows my name, right? That's pique curiosity. And the second thing that she did was she seemed booked and busy. That's always good. You want to seem booked and busy because people want to work with people who are busy. And the last thing is she said, I noticed that you picked up our ebook and I wanted to call to see if or how we can help. Do you have 2 minutes? So as you can see, this is an outbound call, right? It wasn't a inbound call. This person did not schedule a call. So the way that she asked permission for 2 minutes, instead of saying, is this now a good time? She said, do you have 2 minutes? Because everybody has 2 minutes, but it's never a good time.
A few questions, get to know a bit more about you and really see if and how we can best support you. If we can, I'll show you exactly how. If not, no worries. I'll still do my best to point you in the right direction. Sound good?
Lovely. She's taking control early on the conversation, letting the prospect know exactly how the call is going to go down.
So, John, what is it that you have going on? What do you do? And we'll take it from there.
Okay, at the moment I just work for a hedge fund. Yeah, been doing it for a few years, and that's about it. Yeah, got a family. That's about it, yeah.
Interesting, a hedge fund. Okay, so that's like high risk, right?
No, I wouldn't say it's high risk, no.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I mean, what exactly is your role at the hedge fund?
I run operations.
Okay, and what does that mean? Like, what does that entail?
I'm just trying to take with people that make sure that all the trading strategies are running to the 24/5. Yeah, while they're live in the market, so just get in touch with that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, is that something that you see yourself doing for the long run?
No, not for the long run, no.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
I've sort of reached the ceiling at the moment, so I've sort of worked up as high as I can, and I can't see myself moving any sort of further up. That's why I sort of looked into this into e-commerce.
So I'm gonna pause this for a second. You see what Anae is doing right now is, and you can do this in multiple ways. She said, "Do you see yourself doing this in the long run?" And Anae kind of knew that he was gonna say no because he's obviously on the call, probably looking for a change, or not on the call, but picked up something in a completely different field. So he's probably looking for a change in his life. And so she said, "Do you see yourself doing this in long term?" And he said no. And now she's asking him why not. And so right now he's basically convincing her or selling her on why he doesn't want to do this anymore and why he wants to do something else. So it's a good move.
I know with hedge funds, like the goal is to like beat the market, right? So you're just trying to have your money working for you. Like, why not just invest in a hedge fund yourself? That way you can just live off of your money that's invested.
The minimum buy-in is $250 million US. So yeah, I can't do that.
Okay, gotcha. So you don't have the capital to actually invest in it yourself.
Yeah, correct.
Dang. Okay, gotcha, man. Okay, so that's what. Why? I know you mentioned that you're kind of capped at this point. You've already reached like the top of the hierarchy at your company. Why?
By the way, guys, I want you to listen to these calls and I want you to guess if she actually closed the call or not. In the end, I'll tell you which ones actually closed out or not. But this is so far going pretty well.
what's wrong with just being at your position right now?
I think I just sort of I feel like I'm getting a bit stagnant, and I don't really want to be stagnant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, stagnant in what way?
I'm just sort of not learning anymore now. So I've just sort of, like I said, I've like hit a ceiling, and I'm just sort of feeling like I'm not learning anything, not really moving forward or anything. So that's what I mean when I say I'm stagnant.
Okay. So you're not learning. You don't really feel like you're being challenged.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, some people might think that's good. Like, they don't really want to, break their head and solve different difficult questions. Like, would you go to the extent of saying that maybe you're bored and maybe you are feeling a bit unfulfilled?
I wouldn't say I'm bored because I'm pretty busy, but unfulfilled. No, I just feel like I'm just like, I don't know. I probably haven't really thought of it that much. I just don't. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I just feel like I just need to do something else.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, it sounds. I mean, since you mentioned you reached the hierarchy, right? It sounds like are you able to cover your expenses? Like, do you have time? Like,
yeah, I definitely make a lot of money working there. There's no issue with money.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So it's just really you're just not really learning anything. You're not feeling like you're improving or growing.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it. I don't feel like I'm growing. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been feeling this way?
Probably the last 6 months, I'd say.
Okay, gotcha. So 6 months now. Dang. Okay. Do you feel like I guess it's been 6 months. Like what's really keeping you there?
Just probably safety. Just being it's just safe because it pays all the bills and everything. So it's just like a safety thing.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, and so that's what has you looking into e-commerce. Tell me about your future. Like what type of life are you looking to build for yourself?
I'm just looking at probably just being a lot more on my own terms. I've been working for a boss my whole life, and I think it's time for me to just like sort of venture out on my own and do my own thing.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. What's wrong with working for someone else and having a boss?
It just always doesn't matter how hard you work, you win the same amount of money. So I like the idea of working hard, and harder I work, the more money I make.
So you guys can tell that she's qualifying the prospect hard, which is good. Saying what's wrong with working at this job? Why don't you just, and continue on working with what you're currently doing right now? And he keeps on saying, well, he doesn't want to, right? I don't believe he has said the true pain point yet. We haven't found it yet. I believe though, Ene over here, I think that she went too quick finding out what their goals are. I think it would have been probably a better idea to first ask them, why are you looking into e-commerce, right? Why look into e-commerce? Have you done e-commerce before, to kind of get a gauge of their past experience, right? Because if you just go ask about their goals when we're not even on the same page as to why they want to get into e-commerce, if they've done it before, then asking about their goals is going to be difficult for them to really give you an answer without them, or without really them without us understanding if they know e-commerce or not, right? So it leaves some room for, I want to say, misunderstanding. But what I'm trying to say is the reason why you shouldn't go and ask for the goals right away before you understand why they want to get into e-commerce and if they have experience with e-commerce before or not. Because if they don't have experience with e-commerce, now we know, okay, well, do you know how the business model works? Right? Because if they don't know how the business model works, it's very hard for them to tell you what their goals are, right?
Gotcha. Okay, very good. So I mean, it sounds like you kind of have this entrepreneurial spirit. Where does that come from?
My dad was an entrepreneur, and I just never followed in his footsteps until sort of now I've been thinking about it.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. Why e-commerce specifically?
I think it's just because it's just very scalable. Once you work out what you're doing, you can just keep building up and up and up. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. Okay. Have you done e-commerce before or anything online?
No, I haven't.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and so it sounds so. Let me make sure I'm understanding.
She switched it up.
You're looking to essentially replace your income, so that you don't have to keep working for the man, and you could be your own boss. How much would you need to be bringing in order to comfortably make that transition? Because I know you mentioned you have a family, so you obviously you have responsibilities. So how much would you need to be bringing in on a monthly basis?
So she's tying in a number of how much does he want to bring to be able to achieve his goal, which is always good.
$10,000 a month.
Okay, awesome. So definitely doable. Okay, so $10,000 a month, and Like, what would your life look like at that point? You know, once you're making $10,000 a month consistently, like, how would things be different?
I think it'd just be good to have more freedom. Like, I'd just be a lot more free because, you know, I'm stuck in front of a computer all day and I work 12 to 14 hour days working at the fund. So just like my life would just be a lot better because I'd be able to like just spend more time with my family, and because that's like my number one thing in my mind all the time. And probably the real reason I want to go, like, leave the hedge fund.
Got you.
There we go.
Apologies, I missed the part. How many hours are you working a week?
I work 10 to 14 hours a day, just depending on what's happening, but on average around 12-hour days.
Dang, that's a lot. Okay, so
it's the finance world.
Yeah, wow. I mean, did you know that this was going to be the life of a financial, you know, industry, like when you got into it?
Yeah. I was fully prepared. I've been fine doing it, but it's just getting to the stage now where I'm like, I'm putting all the work in. I can't see myself like moving forward at all. So I'm like, I need to start reaching some, you know, for myself and start looking at my own tabs.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So 12-hour shifts on average, and you know what you're looking to essentially do is like buy back your time, get your freedom, and then, you know, spend time with family. Like right now, do you feel like you're not able to have that quality time with your family?
No, I only really get to spend the weekends with my kids. So yeah, because I'm working so much.
Yeah. Dang. How does that make you feel as a father?
Yeah, not good. It's on half it's good because I earn a lot of money and I can support them. They get what they want. But the other half, I just don't get to spend enough time with them.
Beautiful. So what she's doing here is
12, 10.
having him sit on his pain points, right? To have him feel the pain, right? To create urgency so that his subconscious mind reminds him as to why he needs to make a change, right? So a lot of the times, you know, rookie salespeople just skip through when their prospect says like, yeah, I'm not spending time with my children. When you need to like really just sit there and really talk about that and have them really sit on their pain points and internalize, you know, why they need to make a change, right? That's how you create tension. That's how you create a deeper connection with your prospect. That's how you create urgency, internal urgency.
Oh, wow. 12, 10, 8, and 6, man. You got a lot. You got a handful, man. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, when they turn, they're going to get closer to their teenage years, and you know they're not going to want to spend so much time with dad. Yeah, but you know they'll come around. But yeah, man. Okay, so you're only really able to spend quality time with them on the weekends, and wow. I mean, how do you feel like that's affected your relationship with them?
I've got a very good relationship, definitely, but I just need to spend more time with them.
Okay, very good, man. Awesome. All right, so you've been thinking about doing something for, you said, the last 6 months, right? Like, well, you started feeling, you know, this sort of way 6 months ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so walk me through, like, what steps have you taken to build that life for yourself?
Good.
I haven't taken any steps.
Okay. What do you think is holding you back?
Just time. My time's been very difficult for me to sort of get caught up in what you're doing. You just haven't any time to sort of look into it.
Good. So what she's doing right now is understanding, okay, you're at this point in your life, you want to be here. You know, what's kind of been holding you back from getting there? Because 9 times out of 10, whatever that thing that's been holding them back is probably going to come up as an objection later towards the end of the call. And the best way to handle an objection is to prevent it from happening in the first place.
Got you. Okay. Well, I mean,
let's see how she
John,
handles
making
this.
$10,000 a month with e-commerce is definitely doable. I do want you to understand that, you know, this isn't going to happen overnight.
Good.
And as you mentioned, you know, it doesn't sound like you have a whole lot of time in your hands. You're working 10 to 14 hours a day. I'm just a little concerned, but maybe you can provide some clarity. Like, do you feel like with these you know, these hours that you're putting in work, like, do you think that you'll actually be able to put in the time needed to get this business up and running?
Nice one.
Yeah, I've got weekends to work, so as long as I can do it on the weekends.
Nice one. Because the last thing you want to happen is that your prospect tells you at the end of the call, yeah, I don't have enough time to do this. Right. So she's qualifying him hard, making sure she's setting the expectations that he is able to put in time. Right. Because if you said, no, I'm not going to be able to make the time, she's going to end the call right then and there. Or she should.
Awesome. And John, like, what happens if you don't do this? What happens if you know, another, you know, 1-2 years goes by and you've done nothing?
I'll just stay in the same position, I suppose.
Beautiful. I'm going to pause it here. So she's going through consequential based question, which is showing them the cost of not taking action, which is a huge motivator, by the way, huge motivator. And so it's that's another way, second way to create urgency. Number one, have them sit on the pain points. Number two, show them the consequences of not taking action. The one feedback, there's a few things, but I'll just keep it short for this video so I can get to the other sales recordings, is I would have dug deeper on the vision, right? Dug deeper on the vision. Because his thing is he doesn't have time. He hasn't been spending time with family, right? So we want to know, when he gets his time back, how would things be different in life? What would he do with his kids, with his wife, with that time back? Why do we do this? Because the mind doesn't know the difference between real life and imagination. If we can make our prospect imagine that they're already there, then guess what? They will feel like they're literally there. They feel like the feelings, the thoughts, the images of the mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. And if we can make our prospect feel like they're already there, if we can have a prospect paint the picture of their future life, what it would look like, then they will feel like they're already there. And that's why it's so powerful to really, really dig deep. All right, next one.
Hey, Jorge.
Yeah, this is who?
Hey, Jorge, this is Hassan with Ecom Academy. How's it going?
I'm doing good, family. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Had a very productive day. Hit the gym. Feeling great. So I'm just getting ready to wrap up here. How was your...
There we go.
It was good, honestly. I didn't really get anything, but I enjoyed it overall because, we went to the store and we're just looking at stuff, goofing around, seeing what we can't buy. But, yeah, I went ahead and bought a few dishes and stuff for the house. But, yeah, overall, it's been quite good. Can't complain.
Okay. Nice, man. Awesome to hear. So I had some fun time with people you care about. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, right. So the reason for the call here is I saw they picked up a pamphlet about starting a business from scratch here, and I just wanted to personally reach out and see how I could help you out with that. Got some time, chat?
Yeah, you got me the good time.
Amazing.
It's another outbound call.
Go, just what to expect, Jorge. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your situation just so we can understand you more. And from there, really see if and how I can help you out here. If I believe I can, I'm going to show you exactly how that's going to happen already. And if at the end of it, we still feel like we're not really a great fit for each other, no hard feelings at all. At the very least, I'm going to point you in the right direction. That way you still get something out of this call. How's that all sound?
That's fair.
All right, excellent. So why don't you just kick things off and tell me what you have really going on at the moment.
Yeah, man. So currently...
So far, smooth. Stated the reason of the call. The intro was good. Stated the reason of the call. Set the agenda. So far, it's all right.
I work I'm a waitress, and I've been a waitress for... Not a waitress, I've been a... And so currently, I work...
Really a great fit for each other. No hard feelings at all. At the very least, I'm going to point you in the right direction. That way you still get something out of this call. How's that all sound?
That's fair.
I want to see how he opens
all right,
up.
Excellent. So why don't you just kick things off and tell me what you have really going on at the moment.
Yeah, man.
I think you could have definitely sounded more curious. Like, give me a rundown. What is it that you got going on? Right? Sound a little bit more curious, I would say.
I work.
Because when you have a curious tonality, you trigger an emotional response, and you'll have your prospect give you more, rather than saying, so what do you do? What do you got going on? Right? You're going to get a surface level response, right? That's why most salespeople get surface level responses, because they don't know how to elicit an emotional response, because they don't know how to use the right tonality, right? So if you seem interested, they feel like you're interested about them, you want to know more about them, then they will open up more.
I'm a waitress, and I've been a waitress for... Not a waitress, I'm a server. I've been a server for about 4 years now. And I'm young, so I got into this job because of the fact that I needed to make money. And I didn't choose the college route because I didn't want to put myself in debt and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. So server for 4 years, man. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's good in a way that I'm able to communicate with people and learn how to just be the person and just help people with what they want to eat and stuff like that. And I have a lot of... I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm always moving around a lot, doing a lot of little things that I'm not really supposed to do. So with that aspect of it, that's kind of the reason why I really want to let go of it. And not just that, also is that if I'm a server for the rest of the years, I'm just gonna blow my time away also.
Okay. What do you mean, like, do things you don't want to do or not supposed to do?
Yeah, sometimes
I'm curious.
I have to run here, run there, clean here, clean there, and sometimes the waitress, the waitress sometimes show up late or things like that, and I have to pick up the shifts and overall things like that.
I thought he was going to say he's a drug dealer on the side or something.
Quite annoying.
Okay, gotcha, man. And it's always been like that for you, working there?
Yeah, the first 2 years wasn't really like that. It happened really more like the last 2 years. And the first year of it happening, I was putting up with it a little bit, but then now, like 6 months ago, I came to the realization that I can't no more.
Okay, interesting. Well, what happened 6 months ago that kind of made you say that's it?
Yeah, just the fact that I keep doing this for the other waitresses, and I keep taking their shifts, and the boss just wants me to go, and I like making money, so I go.
That's a good question, but again, tonality, right? Tonality is everything. And the way that I would ask that personally, and what has worked for me in my sales guys, is this way. Hey, Mr. Prospect, what was that moment that made you realize that it's time to make a change now? Right? I sound almost curious, concerned, right? And I'm using something called verbal pausing, right? I'm pausing between my words because I want the prospect to have more time to internalize what I'm trying to ask them, right? So, what was that moment that made you realize that it's time to make a change now, right? And remember, guys, your face is your remote control for your tonality. Your facial expressions is literally the remote control of your tonality. I struggled this for a very long time, but once somebody told me that all I need to do is just use the right facial expressions, and you will get the right tonality out of your mouth. So, yeah, sound a little bit more curious, like almost concerned, and then use verbal pausing because you want the prospect to really internalize what you're trying to ask them so they can think deep within. Where did we leave off here?
And stuff like that. I can't really live life under my terms. Like, it's taking a lot of time from me enjoying my youth. Man, I applaud you for that. So why don't you look into getting any other job? Yeah, because if I get into another job, I feel like it's just going to be the same thing, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. And tell me more about, like, what this job's been doing to you so far. You mentioned how it's been eating up a lot of your time. What has it really been taking time away from? Yeah, it's taking a lot of time from me enjoying my youth. Enjoying your youth? What do you mean? You don't get days off? Well, I get days off, right? But
It's good. He's digging deep.
If I keep just showing up to work and stuff like that, I can't really live life under my terms. Like, I won't be able to travel a lot more, do things like that, right? Okay. Gotcha. So this job's been, you said, just taking away time from being able to travel. Is that all? That's really good. Yeah? Yeah, travel. Okay. Gotcha, man. Okay, so I mean, everybody wants to really travel, right? And I find that that's like I said, it's a nice reason. Everybody wants to do what you want to do, but in terms of, like, getting into any other job, man, I mean, if you go get another job, it'll offer you more time, right? But for you, I feel like there's a bit more to just traveling, right? I mean, being a waiter for 4 years, like I said, you stuck around for quite a while. So I'm finding it, like, kind of hard to believe, man. Like, what else is there really that this job has really been preventing you from being able to live life under your terms?
I don't really like that approach because he's like fishing for another pain point, right? You can't tell your prospect, I don't believe that the only reason why you want to do this is because you want to travel, right? He might be right, right? That he might be right that the prospect isn't telling the truth, but that's not how I would go about it, right? The way I would go about it is, well, let's actually see what happens here, and I'll tell you guys.
So, like I mentioned, I really got into this job because I needed to make money, and I help out my family a lot. So a lot of that takes me away from my family. I'm sorry, your voice cut out there. Can you repeat that one more time? Yeah, I said a lot of that time takes me away from my family, and just really getting to spend it how I want to spend it with them. Mm-hmm. Okay, man. Okay, so you're talking about family. Are you mean like family of your own, or like you're living with your parents? What's the situation? Yeah, my siblings and mom. I don't live with my mom, but I'm the type of family guy, as in I love having my family around and spending quality time with them and stuff like that, and enjoying their smiles and me smiling. And that type of stuff isn't really working out with the server. Dang, man.
Interesting. So that was his approach. My approach is when somebody's not really telling you the true pain point of like why they want to make a change, is I would understand what their goal is. Like, okay, besides traveling, you'll have all this time back. Like, what would you do with your time back? And then your prospect will start saying that things that they actually want to do, right? That would be my approach. It's a lot smoother. It's not confrontational at all. It'll probably give you the truth without any tension.
For 4 years? Yeah. Why is that, man? Well, because I haven't really found anything to get myself into. Okay. And then tell me, what is it that you really want for yourself within, let's say, the next couple of years from now? Yeah, man, I'd like to put myself in a position that I'm making good enough money to leave my job properly. I'm sorry, can I just keep losing here? Can you say that one more time? Yeah, I'd like to really put myself in the position that I'm able to leave my job properly and, start building for that goal of mine. Okay, so put yourself in a position where you can leave your job and then get you to that goal of yours. What is that goal? Yeah, just being able to have time under my own matters and not having to deal with a boss or clocking in or this and that, and maybe being able to spend a lot more time with my mom, siblings, and that. Okay, gotcha. And how much do you think you really need to be making a month? Let's put some numbers on you.
So that's great. Now we're talking about goals and everything, and what he wants to do and spend time with his mom. However, Like I said previously on the last call, he didn't really ask him, why are you looking to get into e-commerce specifically, or real estate, or whatever it is that they're selling? Why are you looking into this? Have you done this before? It's very important for us to know if they have experience or not. If they don't have experience, okay, we want to make sure that they have an understanding of how the business model works. And if not, we'll break down how the business model works so that they have more clarity as to what they're getting themselves into. Now, if they say yes, they've done it before, well, most likely means that it probably didn't work out in the past. And that's important for us to know why it did not work out so that we can address it and make sure that doesn't happen this time around.
To really be able to do something like that?
Well, I'd say I have to make like match my income, so probably a little bit more from that too. So probably like 4K a month, I'd say.
You said 4K a month?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So 4K a month will help you quit your job.
Yeah, it put me closer to that position to me to feel more secure of it.
Mm-hmm. So awesome. Yeah. So 4K a month will get you to quit your job, get you close to that position. What's that position that you're looking for? You said being more comfortable. So 4K is obviously the first step, right? Will free up your time. You're around your family more, great. But obviously you're looking to have more, right? So what is it that you need to be making, say, later down the line?
Yeah, I'd like to scale it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. How much would you ever say it's enough? Or how much would you say is enough?
Well, how much am I able to make with this?
I mean, anything's possible, really, man, when it comes to e-commerce. We've had students who've made 10K a month. Some have done 5 figures a month, and some are closing in on 6. So it really just depends on what you do with the information, how well you apply it, you know? But I guess for you, in terms of the position that you mentioned, you know, being the kind of person who is able to take care of the family, be around them more, and really never have to worry about clocking in or clocking out ever again, how much do you think you'd be able to, or you would need for you to be there?
Yeah, well, those 4K will help me put into that position that I can comfortably do my job after I get it the first.
Yeah, you already answered the question.
In the future, I'd want to scale it to even 100K or 200K.
So it's you know, once you ask your prospect what are your goals, you don't want to, and they tell you what their goals are for them to be able to do what they want. You don't want to go deeper and be like, okay, so what happens after that? What happens after that? Right? There's no real point of that. You know, the question is clear. You know, what would you need for you to get what would you need for you to be able to relieve your job? 4K, beautiful. Well, now let's paint them the picture. Well, how would life be for you if you're able to quit your job and you don't have to clock in and clock out? You don't have to go and mop tables, and you have all this time back. How would things be different in your life? What are the things that you will do that you can't do now? Right? Remember, paint the picture. Have them really visualize their future. Because if they can't see it, they won't believe that they can do it. Right? You must see it to believe it.
And tell me, Rory, like once you're able to even just hit that first spot, right, the 4K a month online, I mean, what's that going to feel like, man? Being able to quit your job and not ever have to worry about clocking in anymore and being around your family.
That's going to feel good. I'll feel proud of myself.
Right? Yeah, I imagine, man. You know, put yourself in a position where you're your own man, right? You have life under your terms.
Yeah.
And what would having that feeling and knowing that what you're doing is working would affect you personally? Like, how would that change you?
It'd make me proud of myself. Like I said,
Question isn't really clear.
I'd be doing it at a young age. That's something that would be really good.
All right, we're gonna pause here. Going on the next role play. Yeah, I'd say he was doing pretty good in the beginning of the call, and then vision questions weren't really clear. You guys can see there was like a back and forth, like, oh, like how much do I need to make? How much can I make? Right. So I lost a little bit of rapport. Could have definitely built a lot more rapport during the conversation. I don't feel like there was a lot of rapport being built. It was more like a question answer type of thing, right? You want to make it sound like, you know, conversational.
And you've been thinking about this for some time, right? So you said the last 6 months, you've been thinking I've got to do something else, right?
Yeah.
So what have you really done up to this point in order to really achieve something like this? Being able to quit your job and live life on your terms here.
Yeah, very, very interview style, right? You want to be more conversational. The last thing you want to do is sound like any other salesperson. The last thing you want to do is show them that you're actually you're reading from a script. You're going through your questions. You're going through the motions, right? And, you know, we need to work on the tonality with this gentleman. Okay, next one. I think this is going to be the last one, actually. I do have a coaching call after this. Sorry, guys. My intention was 4, but this took a little longer than anticipated with our technical difficulties. However, by the way, guys, I do have other roleplay reviews that I've done. If you guys can check that out, and I'll be doing more. All right, last one.
Hey, Jacob.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Eki calling from Ecom Academy. How's it going?
It's going good, Aki. What about yourself?
It's going fantastic. I hit orange today. Looking forward to being sore tomorrow so I can be stronger the day after.
There you go.
I mean,
My spirit.
yeah,
My
dude.
spirit, man. What do you why specifically arms today? Like, what's your goals for that?
Oh well, the previous day I had did legs, so today I do arms.
Oh yeah, what do you like pressing? Or do you even do leg press?
I work out from home, so I kind of just like make it work with dumbbells and doing like squats and whatnot.
Okay, got you.
Just doing what I can with what I got. But dude, you said you're doing good. Why are you not doing great, man?
Good.
Man, I mean, I just
Good.
got home from my Black Friday shopping, dude. I got a bunch of new gym clothes actually, so it's funny that you got done with the gym. So it's like, yeah, I just new gym clothes, some new gym shorts, some sweats, some hoodies, some Under Armour.
So
stuff.
Eki's already doing well
We vibing on the
with
same
building
frequency. It
rapport.
seems like we both caring about our business. I'm glad you're doing good and whatnot, but hopefully we can turn that good into great by the end of this call.
It would have been great if I got everything for free. I mean, I'd save a lot of money on Black Friday, but that's like, it feels like it still wasn't enough,
Oh, it's never enough, man. It's never enough.
Especially when you want to get like your brands. Like, I don't know like what your favorite workout stuff is, but like me personally, like I just love like usually Champion, Under Armour, and like Nike.
I hear you. I like Nike myself. You got to just do it, man. And speaking of just doing it, pause. I figured I would just go ahead and do it and get you on this call because I noticed that you had downloaded an ebook from our introductory page. Does that ring any bells?
Nice.
Yeah, man, it rings a bell.
Awesome.
I think I did it yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. It was very recently, and that was the reason why I got you on this call. Is I wanted to reach out to you and ask you a few questions for the sake of getting to know a little bit more about you and ultimately seeing if and how I can actually support you. Do you have a few minutes to chat?
Yeah, I have a few minutes to chat.
Fantastic. And I'll tell you what, if I can support you, I'll show you how towards the end of the call. And if I can't, it's all good. I'm going to do everything in my power to guide you in the right direction anyway. Sound good?
That sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Smooth. So he said the reason of the call and the agenda kind of like he joined them together. And I think he realized that he did that after, but it was a smooth, what do you call it? Finesse. He definitely finessed it for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so Jacob, let's kick this off.
Because first you have to state the reason of the call. Well, I'm calling you because I noticed you downloaded X, Y, and Z, and I call to see if or how I can help. You got a few minutes to chat? Yes. You get the yes, and then you dive into your agenda and let them know that you're going to be asking them questions first. I'm going to ask you questions, see if or how I can help you. If I can, I'll show you how. And if not, no worries. I'll still point you in the right direction to the best of my knowledge, right? So there should be two separate things. And so he most likely probably like mixed it up, but he finessed it pretty well. So well done.
You telling me a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
Yeah, man.
Curious
so I'm
tone.
in sales at the moment, and I've been doing that for the last 3 years. I've been working with Alex Mosey and his acquisition.com.
Okay. Sales. Awesome. So talking business is your business. I see how it is. Awesome. 3 years, how'd you get into it?
Yeah, man. But, I met some connection people. I paid my way into certain opportunities, and I met some people, and I proved that I can close deals. And then moving forward, man, I basically applied to Alex Mosey, and I stayed there ever since.
Man, sounds to me like you found your spot, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
Sales. What made you choose sales?
Higher income. So previously, before this, I did marketing. So I was only bringing in about $5,000 a month. And just after COVID-19, when everything started going up, my money wasn't stretching as far. And I started finding myself very financially scrapped to the point I was even lucky to have like $300 at the end of the month. So I didn't want to go back to school. I wanted to start a business. That's why I was really stressed out about money because like I had really nothing.
Good, showing interest.
An e-com store going on because Shopify was like $35 a month. They didn't have the dollar trial. So it was like $35 a month, and then like some other subscription stuff that kind of make things a little bit easier. I mean, it started adding up like $500 a month. I didn't even have that started doing fucking Shopify shit. So I was just scrapped, and I was just trying to figure out like what I can do without going back to school and going into more debt that I couldn't pay. My current income, and sales was it. So I went to sales, and about a year and a half in, I started making like 15, 16K a month.
But he made the right moves, man.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, COVID tore up everybody, dude. I'm not going to lie. But I'm glad you found a way to stay afloat in all this. Afloat is probably an understatement, dude. Sounds like you're thriving.
Yeah, man. It took me about a year and a half because like after I started making money, I wanted to my goal was sales was to get to like 10K. So I started investing in that, sales training and stuff like that other people wasn't doing. Because a lot of salespeople, they would just listen to the sales manager, but I didn't really feel like the sales manager knew what the fuck they were talking about most of the time. So I just went and invested in myself, and that got me up to like the 15, 16K mark.
I like that though. I like the fact that you were down to invest in yourself, man. I think that's a very good thing. I think anybody that intends to get anywhere significant in their life, that's mandatory for them to do. And the fact that you were down to do that is pretty admirable. I got to give you that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. I think right now it's about time for us to understand like why is he looking into another venture? Right? Why is he looking into another industry at this point?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Oh yeah. So What's got you looking at? I mean, because it sounds to me like, what'd you say? You say you make $16K a month doing this?
16K a month. I've been making 16K a month every month the last 6 months.
Jeez Louise, bro. Amazing. I mean, 16K a month these past 6 months, this past half year. I mean, it sounds to me like you're doing fantastic, man. What's got you looking into e-com?
I think it's time to move forward, man. I think it's time to look at the goal that I originally wanted to do before I got into sales.
Okay. Now, you say the goal that you originally wanted to do before you got into sales.
Yeah.
What is this goal?
I want to start my own business, my own online business, man. Because like I said before, like I didn't have really much money to stretch me to do so. And that's why I got into sales to try to like get ahead.
Okay. And even though you're doing 16K a month, was that not enough?
I mean, it's like now. I mean, yeah, it's more than enough. Are you asking me like, is it not enough money
for you to do the goal of having your own business?
I think. Oh, I mean, way more though, because like my cost to live and I maintain everything under like 4K, so around $4,000 a month. So like after taxes and stuff, man, I have like $8,000 to play around with after all expenses. Even spend some money on some fun. I have like between $7,000 and $8,000. That I'm just kind of just chilling. I haven't really updated my life since I got into sales 3 years ago. So my lifestyle has basically stayed the same, and my income has tripled.
And that's fantastic. But even with all that, you don't feel like that's enough for you to do the having your own online business goal?
No, I think that is enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's more than enough.
Okay. So help me out here a little bit, Jacob. What necessarily would you be needing e-commerce for then?
I mean, e-commerce was originally what I wanted to do. I wanted to do drop shipping through Shopify. And
so he's disqualifying. He's trying to disqualifying him, saying, "So why do you even need e-commerce?" Which is good. I would even make it more clear. Why are you looking into e-commerce? Why don't you just continue doing what you're doing right now, and just do better and make more money with what you're doing right now? Like, why learn a completely different skill when you're already very skilled and make a lot of money, right? You want to push away because you don't want them to say at the end of the call, "Hey, you know what? I'm already doing pretty well. I don't need this," right? You want to push away in the beginning. That's why we always say to our guys, qualify hard and close easy, right? Actually make sure they're a good fit. Find out their concerns. Find out some limiting beliefs. Find out early objections before they actually happen, right? And, make sure they actually want to make a change in life, because you can never close somebody who doesn't have a serious problem and doesn't want to do something about it.
Now I actually just want to actually pay somebody, invest in myself, and get the right training, right coaching, up to date everything, and start building my business.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting, you kind of took a bit of an interesting route here, though, to be truthful. I mean, to have your own online business, but getting into sales first. Have you always kind of just been the kind of guy that makes money with his mind?
What do you mean?
Well, with sales, right? I like to think that there's types of people that make money with their hands, aka manual labor, right? And then people who make money with their minds, aka not necessarily so much blue collar job.
This wasn't supposed to be part of the video, but I have a coaching call to go into, and I have an idea. Since I'm a man of my word, and I said I want to review at least 4 to 5 sales calls, I'm going to actually do that on my coaching call with my team tonight with Millionaire Closers. We'll do that. I think they'll get a lot of value from that. And by the way, guys, I want you to guess which one was closed. Which one of the 3 you guys listened to? Eki? None of them. They were actually all role plays, guys. These are all my students. We're getting them. This is exactly what we put them through. We make them role play every single possible scenario, every objection, every buyer type, so that they are prepared for the highest quality offer whenever we help them get them placed. It's so powerful, guys. Even if doesn't matter if you're new or you're experienced, role playing every day, making sure you're going through every single possible scenario, so that when you actually place on an offer, you've been through the trial and error, right? You didn't even need to lose money on the line, right? Till this day. All right, battery died, but till this day, I still role play it with my business partners. We throw random objections at each other just see if we can handle it. All right, stay sharp. Now, guys, if you like the video, if you enjoy this sort of content, then please like and comment. That's how you tell me that. And if you have anybody in the space, anybody in sales that you feel like this will help them on their sales calls, this will help better them as sales professionals, then please go ahead and share them so they can get some value as well. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. God bless.